So, if you've ever put together a solar system, you have absolutely run into this question. Is an MPPT charge controller really worth the extra cash over a PWM? Most explainers just toss out a number, like 10–30% more efficient. But that's not the whole story. Today, we're going way beyond that. We're putting them through a real-world gauntlet.
Right. Because the difference isn't just some percentage you can plug into a calculator. It's about how your entire system actually behaves, out in the real world, under a hot sun, with long wire runs, and all the imperfect conditions you're going to face. So what's the real story behind these two technologies? Okay, let's get into it.
To really get the performance difference, we've got to start with how they're built. Fundamentally, one is basically just a simple switch, and the other is a pretty smart power converter.
Okay, so a PWM, that stands for Pulse Width Modulation Controller, is the simple switch. It pretty much just connects your solar panels straight to your battery. And what that does is it forces your panel, which might want to operate at a nice high 18 volts, to drop its voltage all the way down to match the battery, which might only be at, say, 12 or 13 volts.
In that gap, the difference between the 18 volts the panel could make and the 12 volts the battery is at, poof, it's just gone. It's pure wasted potential energy that never ever gets turned into a charge for your batteries. It's literally just lost as heat.
Now compare that to an MPPT, or Maximum Power Point Tracking Controller. This is the smart converter. It lets the panel run at its happy place, at its ideal higher voltage. Then it takes all that extra voltage, the stuff the PWM just throws away, and it cleverly converts it into more charging current. So instead of wasting that power, you're actually getting more amps flowing into your battery. It's a huge difference.
All right, theory's one thing, but how does this actually play out when the sun is shining and you need to charge your stuff? Let's run these two through a gauntlet of real-world scenarios, because this is where the differences really start to show.
So let's start with a perfect day. Bright midday sun, everything's ideal. Even here, the difference is obvious. The PWM controller immediately forces that panel voltage down, hamstringing its output right from the get-go. The MPPT, meanwhile, is letting the panel produce its full potential and is busy turning that extra voltage into more amps for the battery. So right away, the MPPT is already winning.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because it's not just about the components, it's about your whole setup. Let's say your panels are on the roof, and your batteries are way down in the basement. A PWM system really struggles here. See, it runs at low voltage, which means it has to use a higher current to deliver power. And high current over long wires means you lose a ton of energy as heat. The MPPT system runs at a higher voltage, so it can use a lower current, which just cruises down that long wire with way less energy loss.
And what about heat? We all know solar panels get hot, and when they do, their voltage output naturally drops. For a PWM controller, that's a double whammy. Its performance was already crippled, and now it gets even worse. But the MPPT is smart. It sees that voltage drop and just dynamically adjusts. It's constantly tracking that new lower maximum power point, so it keeps its efficiency way higher.
Even in those tricky situations, like a cloud passing over or a tree branch casting a shadow, the story is the same. Now don't get me wrong, both systems are going to struggle in the shade, but the MPPT's active tracking gives it a huge advantage. It's always hunting, always adjusting, trying to squeeze out every single watt it can possibly find. But listen, this isn't just about getting a few extra watts to charge your phone. Choosing the wrong controller, or even worse, mismatching your components, that introduces some serious risks. And frankly, it's stuff that most people completely ignore. This goes way beyond just performance.
Let me be absolutely clear here. Getting this wrong isn't just inefficient, it can be flat out dangerous. A major electrical mismatch has the potential to permanently destroy your very expensive components.
So here are the big ones you have to watch out for. First, cold weather voltage spikes. When it's really cold and sunny, a panel's open circuit voltage, that's the VOC, can spike way above its rating. That spike can be enough to completely fry the input on your controller. Second, remember that high current on PWM systems? Well, that requires thick, expensive wiring. If you try to save a buck and use wires that are too thin, they can overheat. That is a serious fire hazard. And never connect a high-voltage array, like a bunch of panels wired in series, to a PWM controller. It just can't handle it. Finally, if you're using modern lithium batteries, they need very specific and careful charging. Most basic PWMs just can't do that, and you risk damaging your batteries over time.
Okay, so with all of that on the table, the performance, the efficiency, the safety risks, how in the world do you actually make the right choice?
Let's break this down into a really clear, simple framework so you can figure out what your system actually needs.
This little guide really says it all. You should probably only think about a PWM controller if your system is super small, like we're talking one little panel for a gate opener, and the panel's voltage is already really close to your battery's voltage. And of course, if your budget is the absolute #1 most important thing. For literally almost everyone else, MPPT is the only way to go. If you want to get the most power out of your panels, if you're wiring panels in series, if you have long cable runs, if you're using lithium batteries, or if you just care about efficiency over the long run, you need an MPPT, period.
So you see, at the end of the day, this choice between MPPT and PWM, it isn't just about which box to buy. It's really about a whole philosophy of how you design your system. It's about being smarter with your energy conversion, building a safer, more robust system for the long haul, and actually getting every single watt of power that you paid for out of your solar panels. So the question to ask yourself is, which one makes the most sense for your project?